Welcome to the Explainer. If you've ever looked around for a reliable, recession-proof way to make some extra cash, or maybe you just want to step up and play an essential role right in your own community, well, you are absolutely in the right place today. We're mapping out the exact step-by-step roadmap to earning your Ohio Notary Public Commission. It's this really unique credential that perfectly blends civic duty with, honestly, a fantastic personal opportunity. So, do you want a recession-proof side gig or an essential role in your community? Think about it. We are going to break down exactly how you can become a certified notary public in Ohio today. And we're going to show you how to build a reliable income stream doing it, even if you are starting out as a complete beginner. Seriously, anyone can get this going. Okay, let's take a quick look at our roadmap for today. We'll be hitting 6 main points: the opportunity, eligibility and background, training and application, oath and supplies, ethics and renewal, and finally, some success tips. Let's just jump right in. Section 1, the Ohio Notary Opportunity. Let's talk about what a notary actually does and why it matters so much. So, at its core, as an Ohio notary, you are the state's official, impartial witness. You're the one acknowledging deeds, handling mortgages, administering oaths. You are literally the frontline defense protecting your community from forgery and fraud. It's not just a rubber stamp, It's a true position of public trust, authorized directly by the Secretary of State. Moving right along to Section 2, eligibility and background checks. These are the very first steps to securing your commission. Now, before you invest any of your time or hard-earned money, you absolutely must make sure you meet 3 basic requirements. First, you've got to be at least 18 years old. Second, you need to be a legal resident of Ohio. Though, quick caveat, if you're a non-resident attorney practicing in Ohio, you're good to go too. And third, you must have a clean criminal record with no disqualifying convictions. Okay, pay close attention here because this is a very specific administrative quirk you really cannot afford to miss. You absolutely must get a BCI background check, and you have to use reason code 147022. But here is the crazy catch. The state won't accept reports sent directly to them. I know, in true bureaucratic fashion, you have to request that the physical report be mailed directly to you, to your house, so you can turn around, scan it, and upload it to them later. Just don't forget that part. And why do they need this background check? Well, the state needs to know they can trust you implicitly. Basically, convictions for crimes involving theft, fraud, or violence, those are going to automatically disqualify you. We're talking things like identity fraud, forgery, assault, or any crimes of moral turpitude, like extortion or kidnapping. Those are absolute red flags that will stop your application dead in its tracks. All right, Section 3, training, exams, and application. This is where you actually earn that credential. Once your background check is clear and physically sitting in your hands, here is the 3-step process. Step 1, you have to complete a mandatory 3-hour class from an approved provider. The good news? You can easily knock this out online. Step 2 is a state exam where you need at least an 80% to pass. Oh, actually, scratch that if you're a lawyer. Licensed attorneys are completely exempt from the exam. Finally, Step 3, you just log on to the Secretary of State portal and submit your application, uploading your background check and course certificate. And guess what the state filing fee is? Just $15. Seriously. Now, you will pay out of pocket for the background check and that 3-hour class, but the fee paid directly to the Secretary of State is remarkably low. It really makes this a highly accessible career credential for just about anyone. As for the timeline, keep your expectations grounded here. From start to finish, the whole process generally takes about 4 to 6 weeks. The biggest bottleneck is almost always just waiting for that physical BCI check to arrive in the mail. But once you have that in hand, the Secretary of State usually processes completed applications within a few days. Just keep in mind, your BCI check expires after 6 months, so once it arrives, do not dawdle. Get it submitted. Section 4, Oath of Office and Supplies. It is time to make it official. Okay, so you get the email saying you're approved. Awesome. But wait, there is a really critical recent change under Ohio House Bill 315 that you have to know about. You can no longer just sign your own oath at home. Nope. To ensure strict accountability, your oath of office must be taken physically, in person, before another active notary, a judge, or a clerk of courts. Once you're officially sworn in, it is time to gear up. You cannot legally practice without an official Ohio Notary seal or stamp, and it must display your name and the exact words, Notary Public, State of Ohio. You're also going to need a notary journal, or a record book, to meticulously document every single act you perform. Seriously, treat this journal like it's made of gold. If a notarization is ever called into question, that book is your ultimate legal protection. Moving to Section 5, Ethics and Commission Renewal. Let's talk about staying compliant. Your ethical mandate here is entirely uncompromising. You must strictly adhere to the Ohio Revised Code. If you plead guilty to or are convicted of a disqualifying offense during your term, you are legally required to immediately self-report it to the Secretary of State. Doing so results in permanent revocation, meaning you will be permanently ineligible for reappointment. It's a heavy responsibility that demands continuous, lifelong integrity. On a lighter note, your commission is valid for 5 solid years, and thankfully, renewing it is so much easier than getting it the first time around. For your renewal, you just need a fresh background check and a simple 1-hour continuing education class. That's it. No exam required. But please heed this warning. There is absolutely no grace period. Start your renewal at least 90 days out, because if you let it expire, you have to start the whole process over from scratch as a brand new applicant. Nobody wants to do that. Finally, Section 6, Tips for Success, how to maximize your commission. Having the stamp is great, right? But knowing how to actually use it to make money is even better. You should actively network with real estate agents, title companies, and healthcare professionals. These folks constantly need notaries. Better yet, offer premium mobile notary services. By actually traveling to the client, you can charge premium travel fees on top of the standard state fees, which drastically boosts your revenue. If you want to truly scale, you have to look into RON. That stands for Remote Online Notarization. Because you must be a traditional notary first, applying for your RON authorization next is a total game changer. It allows you to securely notarize documents via a live video call. Suddenly, you aren't bound by your local geography anymore. You can serve clients nationwide without ever leaving your home office. $75 to $200. Let that sink in. That is your potential earning for just one single signing appointment if you become a specialized loan signing agent. Now, this does require some additional training so you can walk signers through complex mortgage documents, but it is undoubtedly one of the most lucrative ways to utilize your new commission. So start your 5 to 6 week journey today. Whether you're looking for a reliable side hustle, a way to add massive value at your current job, or even the foundation of a full-time business, becoming an essential, recession-proof Ohio notary public opens incredibly reliable doors. If you meet the criteria and feel called to serve, there's literally never been a better time to jump in. Just a quick reminder before we wrap up, this explainer is strictly for educational purposes, so always make sure to verify specific details with the official Ohio Secretary of State's website or consult a legal professional if you need to. Now that you have the complete roadmap, are you ready to turn your signature into a business? Thanks so much for joining us on this explainer, and we will catch you in the next one.